1966, Cilla Black, Alfie. And we'll talk about why I've come to this song, why this artist, because 3 different women have sung it. 3 iconic female singers of that generation and many generations after. But why I particularly wanted to come to this one. Let's get into it. It's not a long song, but it's a very deep song.
What's it all about, Alfie? Is it just for the moment we live? What's it all about when you sort it out, Alfie? Are we meant to take more than we give? Or
Burt Bacharach, Hal David, 66, movie title. Cher, at the ending credits, it's Cher who sings that. And then in 67, Dionne Warwick released it, and it was a hit in the States. And in 66, this was released by Cilla Black on this side of the water, and it was a hit here. I don't think there was a crossover. I don't think Cilla Black had a hit in the States with it. In fact, she didn't. And Dionne Warwick didn't have a hit here, though she did have many other hits. And Cher, I don't think released it as a single. Would have just took the credit for the movie title song or the closing credits. But it's a reflection of the movie. What's it all about, Alfie? Question. Big grand narrative question, existential. Is it just a moment? Is it just for the moment we live? If you've seen the movie, that will make perfect sense. Alfie's a character you don't like. I didn't like him. And Michael Caine played him perfectly. Vivian Merchant was nominated for an Oscar for it. Caine was. I think they won BAFTAs and Cannes, but not Oscars. And it's a really deeply. There's no arc of redemption. There is for Vivian Merchant's character, but for not Michael Caine's. So when you look at this, it's the existential opening. That's what it is, of the core purpose of life. That's Erickson's theory. Alfie's this symbolic everyday man. So they're using Alfie as what's it all about for all of us, for the men in that period. And this was 1966's post-war era. You could argue it was a dark time for women's rights, access to full care when it comes to abortion. And the film challenges that from both perspectives. Beautifully, might I add. And it made a lot of money, very successful. But it's just really... This tells you about the ethical ambiguity that Alfie had and the everyday man has. And that's just like in one verse. Just great. And Cilla Black was a huge star in the UK. Huge star for decades. And I think people forgot, maybe the younger generation who saw her on her TV shows that she hosted, didn't realise just how magnificently she could sing. I mean, look at this. This is in a studio live. No headsets, orchestra playing, and she's pitch perfect for me. Beautiful voice. I think this was her 6th top 10 hit in a row, and George Martin thought that highly of her. He managed the Beatles and her at the same time.
are we meant to be kind and dear? Only fools are kind. Alfie, then I guess it is wise to be cruel. And if life belongs only to the strong, Alfie, what will you lend on an old golden rule?
Moral relativism here. In that period, you could walk that there was societal view that moral cruelty would be rewarded, that it was strength over kindness. Because when you watch the film, guys, you need to go and watch the film. It's an absolutely amazing film, and this song brings it all back to me. Is that strength truly a virtue? in the relationship that he has is when he uses only strength and domination, and it's quite cruel. Is strength truly a virtue, or is it just a sort of rationalization for power? It's really good, and this asks big questions. But the movie, when you listen to the movie, when you watch the movie and then go back and listen to this song, it makes even more sense. And her voice, just listen to it. It's absolutely stunning. Young, as sure as I believe there's a heaven above, Alfie, I know there's something much more, something even non-believers can believe in. That's that shared collectivism, that collective idea about love, purpose, and humanity. It's that universal appeal to intuition and meaning beyond the idea of religion. So even if you don't, what we share is so big that Jung saying it can transcend that. But I guess in my own uneducated way, that's what I think he's trying to say, or what I've read and other people have hypothesized. But for me, it's just no matter what you believe, what we collectively can achieve when you do that, it is religion.
I believe in love. Without true love, we just exist. Alfie, until you find the love you miss.
Without true love, we just exist. That's the confirmation of the idea put forward in the previous verse. This is the final verse. God, what a song. Listen to her voice. Listen to it. Whilst Alfie was
What's it all about?
Whilst Alfie was the name of the character in the film, it's really just a metaphor. And you could say even now it stands as for the modern soul, that adrift in this complex world where it's too many secular societies, you could argue. It's a gorgeous melody, but the philosophical rumination in the song is just stunning. I think it's one of the most... This is 66, so we were still coming towards the end of the swinging 60s. You were about to hit the late 60s, early 70s. Things were going to shift again. And it's really about Alfie's unsure of life's meanings. It's just telling you that if you don't have meaning, you don't have a life, in essence. But in the film, that's also portrayed beautifully. You need to watch the film, guys. But you need to listen to more of Cilla. I really enjoyed that. Yeah, join and subscribe, guys. Until next time, take care.